Hello everybody, you are watching the channel Learn to Earn for Life.
Dear students, let us solve the numerical based on fault which is taking place on the power system. A synchronous motor is receiving 10 megawatt of power at 0.8 power factor, lagging at 6 kilovolts. An LG fault takes place at the midpoint of the transmission line, which is shown in this figure. You can observe the fault is taking place at point F. Find the fault current. The ratings of the generator, motor and transformers are given. The generator, which is operating at 20 MVA, operating voltage of 11 kilovolt, the positive sequence reactance of 0.2 per unit, negative sequence reactance of 0.1 per unit, zero sequence reactance of 0.1 per unit. The transformer T1 is having 18 MVA power capacity, 11.5 kilovolt star slash 34.5 kilovolt star connection. The reactance is equals to 0.1 per unit. The transmission line is having the positive sequence reactance and negative sequence reactance as 5 ohm and the zero sequence reactance as 10 ohm. The transformer T2 is equals to 15 MVA 6.9 kilovolt star hyphen 34.5 kilovolt star connection. The reactance X is equals to 0.1 per unit. The motor, which is operating at 15 MVA power capacity, 6.9 kilovolt operating voltage, positive sequence reactance is equals to 0.2 per unit. The negative and zero sequence reactances are equal, which is equals to 0.1 per unit. Let us do the solution. Let me choose a base MVA of 20, which is the rating, power rating of the generator, and base kilovolt on the generator is equals to 11 kilovolts. This is nothing but taking the generator ratings as base. We will calculate the base on the transmission line is equals to 11 into 34.5 divided by 11.5 is equals to 33. Base kV on the motor is equals to 33 into 6.9 divided by 34.5 is equals to 6.6 kilovolts. How do we calculate the base voltages? By means of transformer ratio formula. If we know the base voltage initially at the generator side, including the transformer primary, we can calculate the base voltage at the transformer T1 secondary side, including the transmission line as well as T2 primary. Further, after calculating the base voltage at this point, we can calculate the base voltage at the T2 secondary side, that is at the motor side, by means of the calculated value at the transmission line. So this is how we can calculate the base voltages at the different regions of the power system by means of transformer ratio formula. Let us calculate the sequence reactances of the generator. X1 is equals to X1 per unit volt into MVA base new divided by MVA base volt into kV base volt square divided by kV base new square. Substituting the values which we have in the data as well as which we have calculated as a base values, we will get X1 is equal to 0.2 per unit. Calculating for X2, that is x2 per unit volt into MVA base nu divided by MVA base volt into kV base volt square divided by kV base nu square. Substituting the values, we will get x2 is equals to 0.1 per unit. In the same way, we can also calculate for x0. So here, for each component of the power system, we need to calculate separately x1 nu, x2 nu and x0 nu. Already we will be having x1 volt, x2 volt and x0 volt in the data. By using those data, we need to calculate all the new reactance values. Calculate the sequence reactances of the transformer T1. Considering the primary side of it, we can calculate x1 is equals to x2 is equals to x0, which are equal each other. By using this formula, substituting the values, we can have the transformer new reactance values as 0.12 per unit. Calculating for the transmission line, x1 per unit reactance of the transmission line is equals to x2 per unit reactance of the transmission line. By using this formula, x transmission line ohm into MVA base divided by kV base square, we can calculate as 0.092 per unit. We can also calculate the zero sequence reactance of the transmission line as equals to 10 into 20 divided by 30 square is equals to 0.184. Calculating the sequence reactances of the transformer T2, considering the secondary side of it, all the sequence reactances are equal, we'll get the value as 0.146 by using this formula. Sequence reactances of the motor, x1 is equals to 0.29 per unit and x2 and x0 are equal each other as per the given data. So calculating it, we will get J of 0.145 per unit. So using this calculated value, all the new per unit reactances value, we can draw the positive sequence network of the given system. This is the drawn PSN with respect to the fault point F. By using PSN, as we know that the pre-fault voltage is appearing at the PSN only, we need to find the pre-fault voltage at the fault point, that is V Thevenin. As well as we need to calculate the current drawn by the motor, that is IM, by a formula that total power divided by root 3 V cos phi at an angle of minus cos inverse of power factor. We will get the IM as 1202.8 at an angle minus 36.87 ampere. We have the formula for the base current as 1000 into MVA divided by root 3 into kV base. By using that, we can get the base current as 1749.55 ampere. Therefore, IM in per unit is equals to IM actual value divided by IM base value. We will get 0.687 at an angle minus 36.87 per unit. We need to find VM in per unit, as before the occurrence of the fault, the motor was operating at 6 kV and the base at the motor side is 6.6 kV. Its value is 0.909 at an angle 0 degree per unit. Finding the V Thevenin, that is the pre-fault voltage at the fault point in PSN network, is equals to VM plus IM into ZFM. Substituting all the values, we will get V Thevenin is equals to 0.994 at an angle 6.1 degrees. Here ZFM is the fault impedance. This can be, ZFM can be calculated from this point to this point, which is shown here. To find the Thevenin equivalent impedance, that is Z1 Thevenin, we need to short the voltage sources. We need to short the voltage sources, and we need to calculate the Z1 Thevenin by standing over here in between the fault point with respect to the reference. These three reactances are in series, and these three reactances are in series. Finally, these two will come in parallel together, and finding the Z1 Thevenin as equals to 0.208 per unit. So its Thevenin equivalent will be a reactor Thevenin equivalent, that is J of 0.208 per unit, and the V Thevenin as 0.994 at an angle 6.1 degree volts. So this is the Thevenin equivalent of a given network with respect to the fault point on the power system. Let us find the negative sequence network of the power system with respect to the fault point. Here you can observe very clearly that it is exactly same like the PSN, but only the EMF source, that is V Thevenin, will be absent in NSN, as in the negative sequence network the Thevenin equivalent voltages will not be appearing. So calculating the Thevenin equivalent impedance for this network with respect to the fault point F and the reference, we can have these three reactors are in series, and these three reactors are in series, and both are in parallel with respect to the fault point. Finally, we will get Z2 Thevenin equivalent as equals to 0.149 per unit. Finding the zero sequence network for the given power system with respect to the fault point. Here we can observe that while drawing the zero sequence network, there should be a proper observation of the type of neutral connection for the generators as well as the transformer winding configurations. While drawing the ZSN of the transformers is required, we need to focus very carefully and observe the network. Here the ZSN of the generator is simply a reactor. Why? Because if you observe the given figure, here it is star grounded, so there will be a short circuit. There will be a short circuit at the generator. Here the transformer is having a primary as well as secondary connections as star grounded. That's why both the primary side and secondary side switches are closed here. If you observe the T2 transformer, there also the primary as well as secondary windings got the star solid grounded connection, so that the series and the series primary and series secondary switches are closed. So by the observation of them, we need to draw ZSN very carefully. Finally, finding the Z0 equivalent of the circuit, Thevenin equivalent of the circuit with respect to the fault point. We can have Z0 is equals to 0.172 per unit. So as there is a LG fault which is occurring at point F, that is at the midpoint of the transmission line. So we have that the characteristics of LG fault says that the positive Thevenin equivalent network and the negative Thevenin equivalent network and the zero Thevenin equivalent network are connected in series. We have the expression for fault current, that is for LG fault, IF is equals to see IA naught. Calculating for IA naught, that is IA naught is equals to V Thevenin divided by the total impedance of this circuit. IA naught will be equals to 1.88 at an angle minus 83.9 degree per unit. Substituting this in this expression, we will get IF is equals to 5.64 per unit. So this is in per unit. If we need to find the actual value of the fault current, we need to multiply by the base current. So if we multiply the per unit with the base current, then we will get the actual value of the fault current as 1973.49 ampere. So this is the solution for the fault current when the LG fault is taking place at the midpoint of the transmission line as mentioned in the numerical. Thank you for watching this video.